Hello everyone, today I would like to talk about one of the most conceptual houses in my opinion, the launch of which is scheduled for July 14th, in less than 2 weeks. The project is very unusual. It is inspired by the architecture of Sri Lanka and Bali.
Imaginations, speak to the senses, explore the elements, be fantastical and futuristic, but also timeless and tranquil. With these beliefs, we founded Revolution in
Developer
1999.
R.Evolution
Since
has been
then,
on the market
Revolution
since
developed over 20
1999
projects,
for about
including
24
residential
years
development,
and
leisure,
has implemented
hospitality,
projects both
and mixed
in
use.
Riga, in Berlin,
Facade.
in Barcelona.
From architecture and design.
In Riga, Germany, Barcelona.
The new project in Dubai, of course, from my point of view, surpassed all previous projects of this company. We see this is how the lobby of house will look like. There are, of course, crazy references to Bali, as you can see. We see also waterfalls on every balcony. Solar panels will be installed on all accessible surfaces, which will allow generating energy simply from the energy of nature, which will also reduce electricity consumption. The reduction in water consumption here will occur due to the fact that all the water has been used will be filtered, for example after a shower. The waterfall on the terrace of your apartment can work as a shower or just like a waterfall. Then the water will circulate in a circle, which will also save water consumption. This place is called a nest, and it will be like a soaring gazebo made of wood and greenery around and with such a view of the canal. 2 out of 6 such apartments have already been sold. From my point of view, there are the most interesting units in this house, which such a soaring pergola. In total, the building will have 48 apartments. This will be an entrance to the house. By the way, there will be 2 lobbies. One entrance will be for the residents, and there will also be an additional entrance for the service personnel. They will make their own elevators and their own entrances. This is done to separate the streams of people. Podium level with a panoramic pool. We see here 2 olive trees trimmed in the style of bonsai and these interesting stones called geodes. Since this is the site of the canal that it's directly opposite the Burj Khalifa, a view of it will be available also. What does the name of the house mean? The name of the creator of the concept of the house was taken from the film Avatar. There is a special energy that gives life to all living things. Also, the second level of understanding of this name, as we see, E for energy efficiency, expertise, Y for usefulness, yoga, and W for welfare, well-being, wisdom, A for ancient knowledge and achievement. And finally, the third level of understanding, Eywa is the highest form of consent, hot support, translated from Arabic language. By location, this is the Business Bay Channel next to the downtown, the city center. The building stands directly opposite the Burj Khalifa. If you know, Volantis house is also located here. This is the main landmark. And across the Dubai Canal is Peninsula Island. Another landmark at the location is the Dorchester collection Lana, and another closer right in front of this building is the G1 project. Well, we figured out the locations, and principally this is the very center of the town. We will slowly move on to the concept of the house itself. The house itself, as I said, is a developer who develops a special concept for each of his houses. Here, the house is made in the style of banyan tree, which is the Hindu religion is often perceived as the tree of life. Here, as you can see, each element of the building in one way or another refers to this tree. Here we see the roots and branches. Each apartment will have a pool and its own waterfall itself. The entire first floor of the podium will be dedicated to amenities. You see how many things will be here. Several closed lounge areas where you here there will be restaurants, a cinema under the sky, a children's pool, a children's playground also. And area with a fireplace. Here is another playground, another outdoor playground. There will be a closed cinema for 12 seats. It can be booked to watch your favorite movie with your family or your friends. There will also be a hairdressing salon, an indoor restaurant and outdoor one. Well, that's just a library with 2,500 books, which we have already talked about. Here's a very interesting slide that I really wanted to show regarding the parking. Due to the fact that the house is very private with only 2 to 4 apartments per floor, and despite that fact that at the same time each apartment will have 2 or 4 parking lots as well, it still does not look like a standard house with 18 or 10 apartments on the floor. Therefore, there will be a lot of free space in the parking lot, which the developer has written as follows. As you can see, there will be hammocks, sofas, additional areas where you can wait your spouse or friends together. The spa will also include an ice room and a salt room that helps improve your breathing system, a sauna, a Turkish bath, and 2 beauty rooms where cosmetologists will work, who will carry out the procedure to renovate your face and body. There will also be a boat that will take you to one of the 3 beach clubs that will be contracted at the house. Since the house stands on the canal, you can go down, take a boat, and it will take you and pick up you from the beach club on the shore of one of the beaches. This also includes the cost of the service charge. The pier itself will be made in such an Eastern style. The building, as I said, is not simple to understand. The owner of this company, the builder, is very fond of Hinduism and various yogic practices. So the position this building as the only one in the last 2000 years that will have elements of crystals in its structure. Here we can see the scheme of the building, and it's in the form of a pyramid. In all panels there will be special crystals of the building, and at the top there will be a 1.5 ton crystal also. In total, 1,400 crystals and stones will be used in the building, and they will be arranged according to a special system. Vastu Shastra is a very interesting teaching. It is something like Feng Shui in China, but with the only exception that this is a teaching from India about the design of a building and the location of the buildings in relation to the cardinal points, the use of various stones in the building, in the interior, and so on. The building was consulted by Vastu Shastra specialists. Each side of the board has a stone that corresponds to it. For example, if it is northeast, it is selenite. If north is green jade and green malachite. In the south it is a red agate. In the southwest is the amethyst as well. All this will contribute to the penetration of only positive energy into the house, and the fact that all misfortunes will bypass this house. Here at Eywa, the fragrance will be made from ylang-ylang, jasmine, and champak. This is all such Balinese flavors, and plants will also be planted here in a special way. Here are the plants that will be planted in this house: jasmine, adenium, gardenia, frangipani, and champak. Standard sound insulation in all houses according to the standards is 40 decibels. In the R.Evolution, developer will use 100 decibels of insulations to keep noise and extra noise sounds from distracting you inside your home. As for the air volume in the apartments will be about 20% higher than in all normal apartments. This is provided by height ceiling 3.4 meters high. Also, the air that enters the apartment will be cleaned twice as better thanks to specially purchased filters for air purification. The Eywa building uses very interesting rare exotic woods. For example, a tree such as the Australian paldao is used. Paldao is generally the most luxurious material. So, just to briefly explain what kind of wood it is used for the interior trim of the premium Rolls-Royce Ghost series. Here it has a very interesting texture. And you see what will be the doors to each apartment, a giant array and hidden hinges. Also on each floor will be used Sri Yantra amulet 10 on 10 or 20 by 20 centimeters. Sri Yantra is considered in Hinduism to be the source of a particularly subtle vibration. This is something like such a special amulet. It will be located right at the entrance to your home. As for light, everything is used here in order not to use direct light, but exclusively reflected from the surface, muffled and sort warm light. It also helps you to relax and come into a state of inner harmony. At the main entrance to the building, there will be the use of the black tourmaline stone, also known as Schorl. This is a stone that ozonizes the air. It is used to make temperature sensors and polarizing lenses in optics. There are lenses that do not have any glare. When deposits of tourmaline were discovered in Schorl, Germany, in the mines, which mined Schorl, as it was called in Germany, it was noticed that workers get sick less, they have better endurance, people breathe easier near the place where his black tourmaline is mined. And only now in 20th century, when tourmaline was explored, such a concept as air ozonation appeared. Nikola Tesla patented the first ozonator in 1896. I think that we still have some discoveries about its action, but the studies already conducted say a lot. Where are crystals as an element of the interior? You must admit that it looks like very unusual, and I see it for the first time in Dubai. The kitchen will be hidden, which can be opened on the panel, and you can see how much wood is used. And this is what the terrace of the apartment looks like, you can see. This is exactly the jasmine tree, if I'm not mistaken. This is where you will grow. This is how the color scheme looks in the bedroom, chosen according to the banyan tree, dark brown, green colors of the leaves of the banyan tree, and light color that harmonizes very well with each other. And here are the onyx slabs measuring 2.8 by 2 meters, very big slab. Regarding the area, only the internal area of this apartment will be 220 square meters. The terrace is also very large and covers 114 square meters. The total area is 340 square meters for a two-room apartment. Agree, these are not those two-room 60 or 80 square meters that we are used to seeing. It's much bigger. That's why I said that two-room apartments are about the same of a four-room apartment in terms of its size and number of rooms. The size is like that of a penthouse. Here we also see a room for a home theater and a hall and a very large number of different spaces. This 5-bedroom apartment covers an area of 1,500 square meters. It is located on the highest floors. This is a full-fledged penthouse. They only have a balcony area of 438 square meters and internal area 1000 square meters. And finally, let's talk about prices. Apartment price start at 10 million dirhams or $2.7 million. We have already seen for ourselves that the area is very large and the total number of apartments in the house is very small, only 48 apartments in the house. That is, it will be the most private project where there will be a very limited numbers of apartments. Some part has already been sold and we are not told exactly how much. You can see how many parking spaces are available for an apartment and from 2 to 4 places for each apartment. What can you say about this house and about this concept in general? Definitely something new in Dubai and that has never seen before. The developer is very interested. Some things that will be in the house initially, you have even read them with distract, such as a waterfall on the balconies. But when you look at developer Revolution's previous projects, at Berlin, at Riga, at Barcelona, and how they came to fruition, you realize that this is going to be a truly outstanding home in 2025 when it will be handed over. Therefore, the house is definitely very interesting. I'm sure that these types of units, which are unique in their kind and only 44 apartments, will always have a price and will always be in high demand, especially based on the fact that there are a lot of wealthy billionaires and millionaires of dollars from India living in Dubai, for whom Dubai is the place where they lead a luxurious lifestyle. Definitely, this house will be very interesting for them. The developer has already announced to us that the prices for this house will systematically increase, and while the house is in pre-launch state, the prices announced by me, which I showed you, are relevant. The final price will be up to 30% higher. I have not doubt that the apartments will be sold considering the quality of the house, the quality and rarity of materials used very quickly. This is a great offer, and if you are interested in it and you want to know more about this project, meet the owner of the company, for example, watch the closed part of the presentation, which I could not show here right now. We can meet at the developer office in Dubai to see the materials the house will be made of and study detailed plans and specific proposals. It will also be available for a Zoom call. That's all for today, and thank you for your attention. I hope you will enjoy my presentation. Thank you.